Howdy! This is my final video for 2021. Sorry, Orlando, but I got to get some stuff done. Anyway, I'm going to talk about 5 specific things here, and I figure that it's probably going to reach the people who actually check in probably on a weekly basis. Maybe some other folks will come. I'm not necessarily sure what I'm going to title it. Usually I have a title before I do the video. This time I don't, because I'm going to cover a lot of things. And go with me on this. There's only one thing that I'm ranting about, just so you know, so I can't call it a rant video, but there is going to be one thing that I'm definitely going to rant about, and it's going to be the second item. So let's look at the first item, which is talking about goal manifesting. So last week's video talked about the Love Your Life 30-day motivational workbook that I'm going to share with everybody. I went through this program back in 2019. Now on that video I had 2 requirements which would allow me myself to add it to one of my websites and then put a link down so if anyone else wanted to participate in it starting January 1st, they could download it. You don't have to share it with anybody. It's only for you. And I said that it had to have 15 views. Well, it's got 23, so we beat that. But I had to have 5 people who said on the video that they wanted to participate. Well, where I'm really at is 4. Now, one of my other friends basically came on and said, well, she didn't think that she would probably do longer than a week. And I mentioned, well, then I'm still looking for 4. And then she says, well, if you need 5, I will join. Well, no, that ain't getting it done. Sorry, Beth, that ain't getting it done. However, I shared that I was going to do this with some people who haven't seen the video, people who I know, and they want to participate. So I'm going to add the link. I'm going to upload the file. I'm going to add the link to this video, and I'm going to add it to the other video. And, you know, hopefully y'all will download it. I'm just putting it out there. No one is under any obligation. You don't have to share anything about it. If you don't feel like it, you can keep it all to yourself. Most probably I'm going to keep it to myself, because the last time I did a video about it, which was back in 2019, I think I was a couple of weeks in, and then everything went off the rails. Stuff just crashed. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe this time I just need to keep it to myself. You know, I'm looking to get my life going in a positive direction. Now, one of those things that's going to happen is I got a friend, Yasmin, who this morning sent me something that she had been reading, said we should do this. And it's called the 5x55 manifestation technique. And in essence, what you're supposed to do is you have kind of a mantra. Like I've got this one back here, which basically says, today I'm going to have fun, be prosperous and healthy, and live my life to the fullest. So I've got that behind me. It's probably not going to be that one, but let me tell you the rest of it. So you come up with something that you want to manifest. So I want to be rich, or I want to be famous, or I want to do whatever. And for 5 straight days, you write that down on paper. You don't type it. You have to write it 55 times. So 5 days in a row, you have to write this thing out 55 times. And then when you've written it 5 days, you're done. And then you wait and you see. It's supposed to help stimulate your mind into this idea that you want. And then you're supposed to look out for signs. Now, I'm going to put a link to the article in here also, because it mentions different ways that you can tell that it's working. I'm not going to lie. Some of this stuff, it seems a little hokey. Some of it. The manifestation thing, though, well, I think that there are times where we can do something over and over and it gets in our mind and we say, hey, you know what? It does change your mindset and maybe you see things in a different light. But then there are other things, like many years ago when I joined the gym and I said I was going to go to the gym 60 days in a row, because every expert had always said that if you do something 16 to 20 times every day, it becomes a habit. So I did 60 days. It didn't become a habit. So everything doesn't work for everybody, but it might work for somebody. So I'm going to leave that link down as well, because 2022 has got to be a good year for me. The last 5 years have been horrible. I'm just telling it like it is. The next thing I want to talk about, this is the rant, is this app called Myfitnesspal. I've been using Myfitnesspal since 2014. That's the same year I got my Fitbit. My weight was still kind of high. I had actually lost a little bit of weight 2 years before then, but I was having issues controlling my glucose because I'm diabetic, and I just wasn't feeling right. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get the Fitbit. Okay, Mom bought me the Fitbit on my birthday back in 2014. And then I said, you know what? My physician had wanted me to do Myfitnesspal. I didn't want to do it, but if I'm going to do the one thing, I'm going to do both. So I downloaded Myfitnesspal to check my food. And I've been tracking my food every single day since I started using it. I have never missed a day. And with Fitbit, I have never walked less than 5 miles a day since I got it. Like I said, this is one of those kind of things where in my mind I said, okay, I'm going to do this for me, and I've stuck with it every single day. So I have an Android, and Myfitnesspal had an update. So like I usually do with everything else that I use a lot, I did an update. And then yesterday, all of a sudden, it wouldn't connect with Fitbit. And it's like, well, why not? What's wrong with it? So I tried 3 times to get it to connect with Fitbit. It didn't connect. And then on the 3rd time, I saw that it was taking me to some web page, and I didn't understand it. But I decided, let me enlarge this and see what it says. And at the top, it says that you have to approve everything that we've asked you to approve in order to connect to Fitbit. Well, that did not used to be anything that they had you do. And so I did, I saw that when I was, did the update, and I checked most everything. The one thing I didn't check that it wanted you to agree to was information on friends, information on stuff, people I'm connected to. I left that unchecked. I'm still leaving that unchecked. So I went to their website, and they had a chat thing there. So I went to the chat thing, and it just wasn't getting me there. And I was angry. So I went on Twitter, because this is what I did, and I found them on Twitter, and I complained there. And they sent me a message, which I saw early this morning, saying, we're sorry that you're having issues. Please send an email to this address. So I did. And I said that, I understand that there's certain information you want to track for my health, but I don't know what my friends have to do with you and my health. And frankly, the only thing I can think of that you want my friends' information for is so that you can market to them. And you're not going to market to them by using me. So I need to know if this is definitely crucial to you, because if it is, I got to find another app. And I haven't heard back from them yet. But I'm thinking, what is it with these people where if they want my information and I decide I want to use something, then okay, fine. I've already given you this access to some of my information. But other people, I think it's a little over the top. So I want to know what y'all think. That's my rant. Because really, I think it's horrible. Is that because I didn't buy premium? Because I'm not buying premium, because I don't need premium. I've used my Fitbit to track the other stuff. So there's that. The next thing is that I have 2 channels, 2 YouTube channels. I have this one here, and then I have one for my business. And the one for business, I do mainly leadership videos, but I also do videos on diversity and customer service and anything that has to do with business and healthcare finance. And I made a decision over the weekend, and I put that video out there on Monday saying that as of Monday, when I come back and start doing any videos there whatsoever, they're only going to be on healthcare. The reason being is that there is a lot of people who are doing videos on leadership. And back in the day when I first started doing those things, I was recording my videos using Google Hangouts. Some of y'all may remember that. Well, it didn't give you counts. I could see them because I created the videos, but no one else saw them. And the videos that actually did really well pertain to healthcare. For instance, I have 2 videos actually, where they're the #1 videos in their genre. One is about 7,500, the other one's like 5,700, but still on that particular item, they're #1. But the leadership videos have done very little. And the same with diversity. So I said that as of the new year, any videos I do are not going to be leadership and diversity. I'm going to disable most of those. And, you make them private. Well, one of the things I'm thinking about doing, however, is I may take some of those, some of the diversity, whatever, and use them here, because I am a big proponent of, oh my God, repurposing. Repurposing stuff. And, I've created over 300 videos there. I don't want them just all to die. I mean, the healthcare videos, some of those are actually going to go private also. But that's a different issue I don't have to get into. But all those others, almost all of those are going to go private because they weren't really getting any views. I mean, you want to do a comparison of channels. Over there in 2021, I've only had 3 videos that made double digits. On this channel, I've only had 1 video that didn't make double digits. That's a month ago. I only had 9. Yeah, I'm linking to it, that C that you see up there, or the I, whatever letter it is, because I want someone to go watch that to get it to double digits. So then all of my videos will have had double-digit views. Come on, y'all, you can help me out here. Anyway, I'm going to bring some of those over here. If I mention Mitch Mitchell leadership in it, which I probably won't, but if I do, just ride with it. But I think that there's some of those videos I did that would have actually worked on both channels, but since that was the business channel, I kept it over there. But, I'm going to be concentrating on the other parts of my business, and frankly, I think that I'm beating a dead horse trying to get people to watch those videos. And you know what? I use TubeBuddy. If Eileen, if you watch this, I use TubeBuddy to help me get those the titles down. And it told me, okay, these are 100%. This is going to get there. But as my friend Peter showed me, that don't mean nothing. Just because it says this is a 100%, this is excellent. You go do your thing. We got your back. It doesn't bring people in. I'm not so sure that titles actually do it. Okay, I am definitely sure. Titles don't do it. Probably better thumbnails do, but you know what? I'm not a designer. So I'm stuck with the type of thumbnails that I can create. That's just how that is. So that's what's going to happen with that. If I do any of those videos or, bring them over, I'm probably going to use those as my Sunday videos. So my Thursday videos will be the new ones and my others will be the Sunday if I put those on there. It helps to have content. That's my thought. I'm not necessarily sure it works the same way as it does with blogging, but we're going to find out. Now, let's talk about planning. One of the things that I've been doing for, well, goodness, at least 14 or 15 years is I buy a yearly planner. And I'm going to hook to a video that I did some years ago talking about, going through all these different planners. Well, the planner that I buy right now is this one here. Oops, wrong one. Actually, it's the right one, but it's not the one I wanted to show you. It's called the Passion Planner. And yeah, it's got a sticker that I put on there. That actually was with the last year's planner because this year didn't come with one. But of course, it's red. I've been buying this one for years. And what would happen, of course, is I would get started and then stuff would happen and I would stop. The last 3 years, there was just nothing that I could get going. Divorce, pandemic, shoulder surgery, mom ends up in the hospital, mom passes away. You know what? There was nothing to plan. That's why I'm looking at the goal manifesting thing this year, but I'm also using the planner. Now, here's one of those weird things. So I mentioned that I got the planner, and I showed a picture of the red cover on Instagram, and my niece, Crystal, I'm just name dropping all over the place today. Crystal writes me and she says, there's this big group of people on Instagram that talk about planners all the time. And there's a big group for Passion Planner and she doesn't use it. So I go look at it and I'm like, wow, look at everything these people have done on their planners. This is just amazing. And you know what? I'm not showing you anything really big here. I'm just showing you, by the way, this is last year's planner. And it's just, I just realized you really probably can't see it. But, it's basically gray and black with a lot of white space. And it doesn't really get your mind going or anything. Well, I put the hashtag in for Passion Planner, and I've seen what a lot of people are doing, mainly women, tell it like it is, but they put pictures on it, they put stickers on it, they color it all up. They have amazing writing. I mean, some of the writing I saw, okay, I'm thinking they're just using calligraphy. No, there are some people who write really well, but it's the color thing that started to draw me to it. And I said, wow, this is pretty neat. So I decided that I'm going to try to add some color to mine. And to that end, I'm using the last 3 weeks of this year. And I'm not putting it close enough so you can see anything I'm writing down. But this is what I've done for this week. And I've added some color. And you know what? This color has made me basically keep this open on my desk every day. Now, I did really good. I created this whole thing on Sunday. I did really well on Monday. I did really well on Tuesday. Not so well today. Actually, when I finish this video, I'm putting it out late tonight, but this is Wednesday. I'll only have accomplished 2 things today. I had 4 things on my list. One of them was a business lunch, but the other one was this article that I really needed to get to. I just didn't have the energy for that. Still, the idea for the planner is that I can put it in for another day and time if I want to. Even this week, I still have a spot open, although I was going to give myself the rest of the day off on Friday after 12. So we'll see about that. But, it's got extra spaces. That's why I actually like the Passion Planner, because it's got tons of extra spaces. It's got tons of extra pages on it, blank pages. You can add all kind of stuff to it. Just seeing how other people have used the planner to help keep them engaged with it is enough for me to say, you know what, I'm doing that this year because I got things I need to do, things I should do. And, there you go. Here's the last thing I'm going to talk about. And actually, what's funny about this is that I'm hoping that it allows me to do something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years, but I didn't have the program for it, and I really didn't know how to do it, which is I am going to edit some videos this year. I've never edited a video in my life. I didn't know what software I wanted. I had no idea for anything. And so I was talking to some people, and someone recommended one, which now I have to go to the drawer because I forgot I put the box in the drawer. It's called the Corel Video Studio Ultimate. Because, I ain't buying just the regular. I needed the Ultimate. So I bought it. It was on sale on Amazon. And it just came last week. And I just loaded it onto the computer Monday night. So I haven't tried it yet. The reason I want to do that is because you may not know this, but I'm not the most perfect speaker here. Yes, I do professional speaking, but in front of an audience, if they're going to pay you for it, you rehearse. You write down points, you rehearse for a whole bunch of hours, then you go somewhere, you speak for an hour or so, they give you money, you come home. Well, I don't rehearse almost any of the things that I do here before I go, because I got a lot of things going on. However, if I could edit, then I could do those jump cuts that you see some people do, where they say something, then they stop, and then they'll do it again, then they'll go back and edit the stuff out where they messed up. That would be better than what I do sometimes. Sometimes I will start a video 4 different times. Today, for instance, I actually started, this is my second video that I was doing. I made 1.5 minutes in the other one, then I said, no, this is stupid. Let me start all over. So anyway, I'll be able to do that, and then I will be able to record different other things. For instance, I tried to see if I could show you what other people were doing with their planners. The thing is that I don't have access to show you what's on my monitor because I didn't have a way to get to the browser, which I use Firefox. Now, Eileen Smith, y'all should be checking her out, by the way, because she gives a whole bunch of cool tips on stuff. She told me about something called StreamYard. And so I tested it, and StreamYard will actually let you put stuff that you have on your browser, it will record it. So, you don't use your camera, you use their camera. And they have the free version. They have this other version where you can do a whole bunch of other stuff. Either way, that would be cool, because then I could have shown you pictures of how some of these people have been doing some of this wonderful work. Also, you could record, little bits on YouTube thing. You can pop your head in there and, while you're still recording. I've always wanted to do some stuff like that, but I never had anything. So I have this, and I'm hoping that I'm not too old to learn the ultimate. I mean, that would just be embarrassing. And it'd be embarrassing for me because y'all would never see it. But that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do some better things in 2022 because I got to go forward. I really only have 3 main goals for 2022. One is to try to figure out how to relax, which I'm bad at. 2 is to find better ways to be happy. And I'm, in general, a happy-go-lucky person, but I spend a lot of time by myself. So the idea is to get more comfortable by leaving the house. And I don't mean leaving the house and going to the lake where I'm totally by myself, or leaving the house and going to walk at the mall where I just walk and I don't stop and I don't talk to anybody, act like I'm not there or they're not there. I mean actually being able to talk to people. And it's something I haven't really done. Mom had dementia, and even though we talked, a lot of times I know she didn't understand what I was saying to her. I didn't understand what she was saying to me. So it's something else I want to do. But the third thing is generate a better than livable income. Hence the 5 days of 55 sentences. Because I'm going to try to manifest a higher than regular income. Heck, I'm 62. I mean, Social Security is around the corner, but you can't live on Social Security in America. Maybe other countries. The other countries have Social Security. I don't know. But there you go. Anyway, this is now long enough. I knew it was going to be long enough because I was hitting on 5 different things. Let me know what you think about the Myfitnesspal thing. If anyone else wants to get in on the workbook, well, like I said, I'm now putting in the link down below here once I upload the file, and on my other video, which I'm also going to link to so you can see what this is all about. And I hope you have a great Christmas. I wish you a safe New Year. Don't do anything stupid, please, because I'd like some of y'all to come back in 2022 feeling healthy, feeling motivated, feeling good. That's the best I got. Anyway, my name is Mitch Mitchell. Subscribe. Hit that bell so you'll get notifications. I don't know if it's true what a lot of other people say, that if you do that kind of stuff, it helps with the algorithm and helps more people see it. I don't know if that's true because I've never researched it, but let's find out. Let's see if 2022 is the year I get to 1,000. Yeah, man. But in the meantime, let's see if I can get to 600 before the end of 2021. Y'all take care.